Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at the large and in charge starter deck and seeing what we can do to upgrade this for a new year. So let's first take a look at what the deck is and what the deck is trying to achieve. So we start off with 3 Jungle Delver. It's a 1/1 for 1, base of mana, put a +1 counter on it. Not too exciting. We got Stony Strength, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, untap it. We have Elysian Caryatid. It's a 1/1 for 2 that you can tap it for 1 mana of any color. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you get to add 2 mana instead. So not too bad. I've seen worse ramping creatures, but it's okay. We got Rabid Bite. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. So that is not a fight spell, but a strike spell or a bite spell. Then we have Woodland Mystic. It's a 1/1. Add a green. We got Wildwood Patrol. It's a 4/2 with Trample for 3 mana. We have Colossal Majesty. 3 mana enchantment. It says at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. So there's our payoff and kind of showing us what direction they want to go with this deck. We want to play creatures with power 4 or greater. We got Baloth Packhunter. 3/3 for 4. Trample. When this creature enters, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each other creature you control named Baloth Packhunter. So this would be a pretty good card if we could add more than 4 of this card into the deck, or if we were playing blue for like cloning effects. Prize Unicorn's a 2/2 that says all creatures able to block this creature do so. So this could be a pretty cool card if we had a really wide deck and we had the Prize Unicorn on the table. We attack with everything. All of the opponent's creatures have to block the Prized Unicorn, which allows all of our other creatures to go in and hit the opponent's face. So that could be a pretty good game-winning card. And we have World Shaper. It's 4 mana for a 3/3. Whenever this creature attacks, you may mill 3 cards. When this creature dies, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. This is a pretty interesting card. Would be a lot better in a self-mill strategy that wants to put a lot of cards into the graveyard really fast. We got Rumbling Baloth. It's a 4/4 for 4 mana. Nothing exciting. No text. It's just a vanilla 4/4. We have Sentinel Spider. It's a 4/4 Vigilance and Reach for 5 mana. We have Gigantosaurus. It's a pretty cool card, but it is a vanilla card. It's a 10/10 for 5 green mana. I think we can do better than that. We have Affectionate Indrik. This is a 4/4 for 6. That says whenever this creature enters, you may have it fight target creature you don't control. So it's a 4/4 body and a fight spell all at once. We have Epic Proportions. Very funny card. 6 mana, flash, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +5/+5 and trample. It's a pretty fun combat trick. And then we have Rampaging Brontodon. It's a 7/7 for 7. With Trample, that says whenever this creature attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each land you control. So if you got a lot of land out, this guy can get really big. So that's the deck. It looks pretty interesting and kind of shows us the direction they want to go with this deck. They want big creatures and payoffs for big creatures. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we can do to change this deck up a bit. Okay, so this is the deck that I landed on as far as upgrading this deck's theme. And we are doing it with a budget of 15 or fewer rares. And I'll show you what we have here. So, first off, we're going with Llanowar Elves. Llanowar Elves is a much better 1-drop than that Merfolk that just puts +1 counters on itself. So it's a much better card. We got Snakeskin Veil, +1/+1 counter on a creature, and hexproof until end of turn. That's a lot better than just untapping the creature. We got 3 copies of Bite Down. We're going to keep that because we do need some level of interaction with this deck. We have Druid of the Cowl. It's a 1/3 for 2 mana. You add a green mana. So that is our version of the Elysian Caryatid. It has a little bit stronger back end, but it can only add 1 green mana no matter what. So we're losing out a little bit of ramp, but I think it's a little bit better, and honestly, the Caryatid isn't standard legal, it's an alchemy card, so we kind of had to find something. We have 3 Herd Heirloom. This is another ramping card, but it's 1 colorless and a green for an artifact. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast a creature spell, and you can tap it to, until end of turn, Target creature you control power 4 or greater gains trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Very good ramp card. Nessian Hornbeetle, 2/2 for 2 mana. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control another creature with power 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So this is a payoff for having other big creatures in the deck. Spinner of Souls is a 4/3 for 3 mana for only 3 mana with reach. It says whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So this is here because 1, it has 4 power, so it feeds our other cards. And it also replaces itself when your opponent wants to remove it. So this card is kind of a lightning rod for targeted removal. And that being said, it's a very good lightning rod because it'll replace itself. Same thing goes for Surrak. Surrak is a 4/3 for 3 with trample and says this spell can't be countered. Whenever a creature you control or a creature spell you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, draw a card. So it's a little bit different than the Spinner of Souls. Rather than reach, it has trample, and it just straight up draws you a card off the top rather than digging for a creature. So kind of the same thing, just in different fonts, you know? Okay. Now getting into the big creatures, we have, for 5 mana, an 8/8 trample with cycling 3 that says when you cycle this card, put 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature or vehicle. It gains trample and indestructible until end of turn. And also, it's just an 8/8 trampler for 5 mana. That's a pretty solid card. A lot better than the Gigantosaur. There's the 2 Affectionate Indrik. I happen to really like this card, and it fits our theme, so I'm going to keep it in the deck. But then we top off the deck with the big boy Ghalta Primal Hunger. For 12 mana, you get a 12/12 Trampler. But here's the catch. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total power of creatures you control. So if you have like 5 or 8 other power among your other creatures, suddenly this card only costs like 4 mana to cast. Pretty solid card, and a good top-end finisher for this deck. And we're sticking with the 25 forests. I don't want to change the mana base at all with this deck, I just kind of want to keep it as is. Especially because you need so much mana in this deck. So that's it, that's the deck. Let's go take it out for a spin and see how well it does. Okay, so we get to go first. We have 2 forests, Snakeskin Veil, 2 Bite Down, Herd Heirloom, and a Spinner of Souls. So this is a little bit of a weird hand. We don't have a whole lot of aggression, but we do have a lot of interaction, so maybe this is doable. Alright, well, let's go turn 1. Go. Undercity Sewers, so we're getting some form of Dimir. Let's go here, play a Herd Heirloom. Okay, they drop a Temple of Epiphany. So this is now, what's it? Red, blue, black, that's Grixis? Yeah. Okay, so let's play the Heirloom, and then use that new mana to play the Spinner of Souls. You're missing out, huh? Okay. We're up against Reanimator. Okay, that's cool. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to do it twice, so we can draw 2 cards. Bam. Draw a card, draw a card. Nah, it's just land. Would have been better if it was more spells or more creatures. I think we're probably going to lose because we don't have the aggression. Overlord, huh? Okay. What's that? Oh, yeah, there it is. That's the card that's going to get the big boy out of the graveyard. Well, let's go ahead and punch that. Take our turn. Let's go play this. Gosh. Without them having a good creature to hit, that's kind of pointless. So let's go ahead and hit this a couple times. Draw 2 more cards. Draw, draw. There's another spinner. Go and play that then. That still gives us enough mana to protect our creature if we need to. Although it might not be necessary, because they're gonna play a... yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, at least we got this going. So let's play another Herd Heirloom. Get that going. Attack. Put into 8. Draw a card. Hey. Enter. Alright, well, we got 2 more turns to go. Fiora, huh? Okay. Yourself a full hand over there. Mm-hmm. Alright, so I'm not going to bite down because I'm going to use the Affectionate Indrik. Yeah. Yes, it will fight that creature. There we go. Now we can use this. Tap that right there. Attack for 4. Okay, so they have to reanimate a Valgavoth this turn, otherwise it's game over for them. So let's see if they have it. This is what it comes down to. Bit of Triumph. Snakeskin Veil. Hitsa. Okay. GG. Yeah, he had all the pieces in place. He just really needed to get that Valgavoth on the table. That was a little scary. Okay. Opponent goes first, but this looks like a pretty good hand. We got 2 lands. Llanowar Elves. Bite down Nessian Hornbeetle, Spinner of Souls, and Agonasaur. I'm going to keep it. Alright, opponent opens with a Hushwood Verge and a Springwave Drum. Let's go Forest into Llanowar Elves. Okay, Temple Garden shocked in for Gene Pollinator. Alright, let's go here. We're gonna go the old Spinner of Souls. I like the Spinner. He's a pretty cool card. Do something to it? Yep, seen cast get lost. Badger Mole. I should have known. Okay, so we have access to 4 mana next turn, so I can play the Hornbeetle and then blow up their Badger Mole. Hey, stop that. That's my graveyard. Ow. Alright, let's go here. 1, 2, 3. No, that's not quite enough. Alright, so Hornbeetle comes in. Bite down. We're gonna do it now before they get a chance to utilize that. Mack 'em yak 'em. Okay, now if we can get ourselves another land, we're gonna be in a good place because we can play the Agonasaur next turn. If not, we can cycle it and put 2+1 counters on the Nessian Hornbeetle. We'll see what happens. Nature's Rhythm. Search your library for a creature card. Oh, you just went to go get another Badger Mole. Alright. Needs that Badger Mole that bad, huh? Alright. Oh, there's the land. Okay. So, we play Surrak. That would... Well, I'll say that would kind of do the same thing as the Agonasaur. So let's just play the Agonasaur. Comes in. We go to combat, get a +1 counter on the Nessian Hornbeetle. Swing in. No blocks. Sally Pride. Who the hell is this? When Sally Pride enters, create X 2/2 red mutant creature tokens, where X is the number of non-token creatures you control. Whenever she attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Ooh, that's nasty. Alright, well, let's go here. Let's see, though. See, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Jeez, that's a lot. Alright, well, let's go next. Get +1. I'm going to swing in with the Hornbeetle and Agonasaur. See what he does. Okay, block 1 there. Yeah, pile them on right there. Okay, so he's blocking there with Sally Pride. Oh, and okay, so he's double blocking there and blocking with 4 there. Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to cycle that Agonasaur to give the 2+1 counters there. Oh, we got an Indrik. Yeah, so we're going to kill Sally Pride. And kill all those tokens. Knock him down. And then, second main, play Surrak. Boom. Another Sally Pride. How you like that? Alright. That's fine. Let's go ahead and play this Affectionate Indrik. It's going to come in and punch Sally Pride in the face. Then, we're going to play this forest and explore with the Agonasaur. Ah, there's a land. That sucks. Alright, well, either way, we're still coming. Yeah, block with 5. Block with those. Yeah, looks good to me. Crush them all. Alright, see what you got now. Plays a land. Llanowar Elf. Okay. At least they didn't play a third Sally Pride. That would have sucked. Okay, what you gonna do? You could recast Nature's Rhythm for like a 1 or 2 drop. Alright, make a decision already. Okay, he's gonna put +1 counters. Alright, well, let's go ahead and explore. Yeah, that really sucks. I was not wanting to see more forests. I have plenty of land, I don't need any more. So we could use Nature's Rhythm to go and get that Sally Pride character again. You guys can tap out. Yep, there it is. Yep, that's gonna be game. Well, let's see what we draw at least. A Druid of the Cowl. Yeah, that's not gonna be it. That's not gonna win us the game. I tell you what. I'm not gonna throw in the dice. Throw in the towel just yet. Okay. Now we're gonna throw in the towel. Good game. Yeah. No blocks. Come on in. Come on in. Well, that was not nearly as one-sided as it could have been. And I did make them go through 3 Sally Prides and an Ouroboros to get the win. So, I'm okay with that. That's not too bad. Okay, so, we get to go... Oh, Bonnie gets to go first. Okay, so, we got 3 forests, 2 bite down, a Hornbeetle, and a Spinner Souls. Let's keep it and see what happens. Okay, opponent opens with a Blood Crypt, paying 2 life to get that land in untapped. So that tells me he had some removal he wanted to use. Let's play Hornbeetle. You want to use that Requiting Hex now? Oh, no, he's got a stab. Just as good. Flame Wake Phoenix. What's this? Flying Haste, 2/2. This creature attacks each combat of Fable. Ferocious. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you may pay red. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, that's cool. Let's play Spinner. Very pretty art on that card. I like that a lot. Oh, another one. Okay, well he's coming in with both then. Because they have to attack. Got another stab? He sure does. Alright, at least I got rid of one of them. Alright, well, let's go Llanowar Elf. I need some beef over here. A Llanowar Elf is not going to cut it right now. Yep. Moon Shadow, huh? Okay. Alright, well, before that lands... Happy to have any of that shenanigans. I'll take the 2. There we go. Let's play the Indrik. Punch that. Take action. That's better. Get that board nice and clear. Conduit Pylons. Another Flamewake Phoenix. Okay. Ow. Ooh. Can I play it? I can play it. Okay. So, doesn't have haste or anything. So we'll attack for 4. And we're gonna do this nonsense. Oh. Big boy. Please don't have a removal spell. I would love to run this right into your face. What you got? The creature must attack, so you can't keep it back to block. You don't have a removal spell, or another creature to block. You're kinda boned. Okay, just got Reforming Hex. That's the only thing he could do. Sorry to say. Here we come. Get him, Ghalta. GG. It's not every day you get to run someone over with a Ghalta, so today was a good day. Okay, and we are back with the post-game wrap-up. And what I've got to say about this deck is about what you would expect. The deck is pretty decent. Like, for a on-budget, 15 rares or less, mono-green, beat-em-down deck, the deck actually works pretty well. It has enough interaction to mess with people's spot removal, and enough creatures that you can potentially wade through mass removal and still get some wins in. But for the most part, the deck plays really well when you get certain things on curve. Things like Llanowar Elves into Spinner of Souls or Surrak, Elusive Hunter, or Nessian Hornbeetle into Surrak or Agonasaur. Also, nothing to note, Agonasaur's cycling ability is really underrated. I've saved a lot of creatures in this deck by cycling, because this gives the +2/+1/+ encounters and gives indestructible until end of turn. I've managed to juke out wins against people playing Day of Judgment with this card, and they did not see it coming in the slightest. So, Agonasaur Rex, really, really solid card. Affectionate Indrik, while expensive, is actually pretty decent at removing sticky creatures off the table. Getting a 4/4 body and dealing 4 damage is nothing to scoff at. So, in a deck that can ramp, like this deck can ramp, that's actually pretty decent. Another good player for this deck is actually the Herd Heirloom. Not only does it allow you to play bigger creatures ahead of curve, but that second ability, where you can tap the Herd Heirloom and give a creature with 4 or greater power the ability to not only trample, but draw cards when it connects with the opponent, is really strong. And also, if you have multiples of these on the table, you can activate them all to draw multiple cards off of one creature hitting the opponent. And I've done it quite a few times already. It's really fun. Aside from that, the deck is what you would expect. It's just a solid beatdown deck. Oh, and if you ever get the opportunity to slam a Ghalta into your opponent's face, absolutely take it. It's a great feeling. Yeah. But yeah, there it is. That's the deck. It's pretty fun and is under budget. It's about 15 rares. So pretty much anyone can throw this deck together pretty easily. But that's going to be it from me. So I thank you very much for checking out this deck tech upgrade. And I hope you have fun playing it just as much as I had fun piloting it. So until next time, take care of yourselves.